Now we're going to talk about adjusting your chain. And the first thing you want to do as a driver is decide how you're going to carry your plow. Are you going to carry it straight on? Are you going to carry it as if you're plowing for the right lane? Or are you going to carry it as if you're plowing for the left lane? You decide. It's up to you. We're going to show you here in a few minutes probably why we would recommend you either doing it for the right or the left and not straight on, but we'll get to that. To make your adjustments, the first thing you want to have is your arm all the way down. That way you have plenty of slack in your chain while you're plowing that you're not going to catch. And here's where you would get somebody to help you to adjust your chain as you're lifting. It's going to be a trial and error process, but once you pick your side and you get it set up, you shouldn't have to adjust it again. And if you set it up right, you can even switch plowing while you're going, and you don't have to get out and adjust your chain. So we're going to take a little time here to adjust the chain, and we'll walk through that. Right now we have this plow set up as if you're going to carry it straight ahead, and I'm going to have him crank it up and lift it up and show you that we've got it level, and this is kind of what you want to shoot for. And then we're going to also show you what's going to happen when you swivel your plow if you're carrying it. So go ahead and crank it up and lift it up. Now, as you can see, the plow is level, and this will be fine if you're carrying it this way. You might need to use it for this reason. But when you get out there, if you're going to go to plow your left or your right lane, we'll see why this may not be beneficial to you. So shift it to the right lane. And you see as he shifts it, it's going to drag on that right lane. And if you lower it, you're going to drag. If he shifts it to the left lane, go ahead and shift it to the left lane. Okay, you're going to drag the same there. So it might be better as the driver, before you go out on a run, to decide which lane you're going to be plowing in and set it up that way. So we're going to adjust that now, show you how we do it, and walk through those steps. We're going to set this plow up, since most people, they plow on the right lane because most of our routes are 2-lane roads. We're going to set this plow up to be carried as if he's plowing the right lane. So he's going to take some slack out of his right hand. He's going to put more slack in his left. And then the driver, he's going to crank it up and lift it up and move it to the right. And as we're adjusting it, when we lift it up to plow to the right, when it's up, we want the plow to be level. So that's what we're trying to achieve. So go ahead and crank it up. Okay, as you can see, he's going to have to lower it and adjust his chain a little bit. So go ahead and lower it. He's going to take some more slack out of that right side. And then he's going to have him lift it up again. Okay. Here he might want to take maybe one more link out, and we'd have it pretty level. Take one more link out. And now he's going to lift it up again, and we're looking for that plow to be level. And we're pretty close. You could try if you wanted to, maybe one more link. Okay, so he's going to take one more link out of it, and this should bring it pretty level. And here again, you want to adjust it with the arm all the way down. That's about as level as we're probably going to get it. You don't need to carry it extremely high. 10 to 12 inches is good enough. And so now when he goes out to plow, he will let his blade down. He will let his blade down, and he can plow. And if for some reason he's running on a 4-lane divided and he needs to switch to the left side, he can. Plow maintains contact, and if you notice, he's still got slack in the chain to allow that. And now, when he would say he's done and he's got to lift up his plow, he would turn back to the right, because that's how he's set up to carry, and then he would lift his plow up. So that's how you would adjust your chain to carry your plow for plowing on the right side. And you would just reverse the process if you wanted to carry the plow on the left side. But the object here is that you can switch, if you have your chain properly adjusted and your arm all the way down, you can change lanes that you want to plow in without having to lift your plow. Thus, you're not wearing one side of the blade out, or the cutting edge, one side of the other out prematurely. So we've gone through the steps of setting up the plow, and we've got good slack in our chain, and that's what we want when the arm is all the way down. Now, from time to time, you might think you need to take the slack out of your chain to be able to lift it up higher. So we're going to show you what's going to happen if you take some of that slack out. And of course, we have technical difficulties. There we go. So he's going to take some slack out so you can lift it higher, because you may think you need to do that. All right, so we don't have as much slack in. Now when he lifts it, you're going to see how that the blade is going to drag when he changes it, because it's not going to have enough slack. Now we're going to show you this particular adjustment. It's set up to plow on the right side, but he took too much slack out of the chain. So he's plowing in his right lane. You can see that the plow is level, it's doing its job, but he's on that 4-lane road, and he needs to move over to the left side. So he's gonna move to the left, and because we took that slack out, he's lifting his plow up, so he's gonna wear that left side out. So that's why it's important to keep the slack in your chain when you get it set up. You want to carry it level whichever direction, but maintain slack so that you can adjust it if you need to.